Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now, I don't think many people are surprised by me making this video, but it's all about the Season 7 ranked system. So yesterday, there was an official announcement that if you want to read it, it'll be linked down below that you can go through. And basically, Riot was saying, here's what's happening in Season 7, and basically a mini apology. And all I gotta say is, it takes people in a company to realize their mistakes and be really like big people, like really nice big people, and like admit their mistakes and move forward. So first thing I want to say is just thank you so much. And yeah, let's just get on to the good news of Solo/DuoQ is back. Whew, that feels good to say. You know, I've been one of the biggest YouTubers that have been against SoloDuoQ the whole season and has actively made videos against it. And now that I can finally say those words that SoloDuoQ is back for Season 7, that makes me so happy. Like, it really does make me happy. And all I'll say, I'll explain it a bit in a minute, but there will be some people right now who are rejoicing. If you haven't heard the news, woo, SoloDuoQ is back. Thank God I get to play League again. But there will be some people that are sad about that news, that go, I like Dynamic Q. You know, I played with my friends all season. For you, don't worry. You can still do that, but in a different queue. So the rank system that they're going with is pretty simple. So you have, say, QA and QB. QA is solo and DuoQ only for every single rank. From bronze to challenger, solo/DuoQ. This one over here, QB, is all ranks, but flex queue. You can queue up between 1 and 5 people, I believe, in all ranks. And they're completely separate. If in the different queues, you do not play in the same game. So you can be gold in solo queue and gold in flex, and you won't ever meet. You'll never meet. So that is amazing. And this is exactly what I wanted. You know, I will say one thing, and again, I'm not taking credit for this at all. But in my past videos, in the past year, I made some predictions that people say that's never going to happen, but pretty much every single one of my predictions has come true. I predicted that Dynamic Q, they'd get rid of it for Diamond Plus. They did that. I predicted Ranked 5s would come back after that point. They did that. And I also predicted a couple other things, but my biggest one was SoloQ and DuoQ will be back next season. That was my biggest prediction, and it's happened. So let's just quickly explain why, again, because some people will still be confused. Why are they doing this? I have spoken to a few writers about it, and I'm not going to go into crazy detail, but they saw a small drop-off in terms of ranked play, but more importantly, ranked play in the higher ratings. So even me personally, I've noticed friends of mine are not playing ranked, 1, as much, 2, as seriously this season. Which again, with the way you got to kind of think of it, your highest rating people, they should be the people in theory that are playing ranked the most. And that was starting to become not true because of the system. The system just did not work for higher rating people. Again, if you're a little bit confused about that, go watch my past Dynamic Q videos. I do full explanation why it's terrible for the top 1% players. But it just didn't work for the high rating. So this change of solo/duo coming back, I will admit, it's mainly for the higher rating people to appease them, but also everybody else. Like, people in gold and silver, even though Dynamic Q didn't affect them as much, they still hated the system, which is completely fine. So they just thought, okay, let's just bring back solo/DuoQ as one queue to make the high rated people happy and make it competitive again, but also make the other ratings happy that there's just no Dynamic Q. And then as for the casual ranked players that like to play with their friends, let's give you a separate rank system and there's no crossover, which to me is perfect. Now, I will say I am slightly worried about 2 things. First thing is flex queue, the population of that queue. So there will be people in Season 6 that use Dynamic Q to abuse the system to try and get higher rated. But they still value their rank. They're like, I want to be Diamond and I'm going to use Dynamic Q to get there, but I'm Diamond. These type of people, will they use Flex Q next season? Probably not. They're probably going to go in solo/DuoQ, so the population of people who actually Dynamic Q is going to go down because people would want to be in more, let's say, the hardcore queue of solo/duo. So the population of Flex Q is already going to get hit by that, but then it's also going to get hit because how many solo queue players are going to queue up in Flex? I don't know how many. So if you're a 4-man pre-made queuing up in Flex, your queue time might be crazy high because you got to find a solo player in Flex queue. Again, There's no crossover. Someone queuing up in SoloQ over here doesn't randomly get matched up with flex players. That's not how it works anymore. So I'm a bit worried about how flex queues, 1, population is going to be, and 2, the queue times. I guess they're kind of one of the same thing. I'm going to make a prediction here, and I hope it doesn't come true, this one, because I want flex queue to work for people that want it. If you enjoy playing with your friends in ranked, all power to you. But my prediction is it's not going to work. I reckon it's going to turn into ranked 5s within 4 months of it coming out next season, maybe even 3 months, because the queue times are going to be ridiculous. Like, I just can predict that, and then they'll turn it into a pure ranked 5s queue. And what will that mean? Well, we're back to square one like we were in season 1 to 5 with solo/DuoQ and ranked 5s. So basically nothing would have changed. Now, some people say, so why did Riot do this in the first place? Well, experimentation and evolution is key to the gaming industry. I think I've even said this in past videos. I have no hate towards Riot in doing this change whatsoever, in implementing dynamic queue. I just think it was a bad change. Companies need to innovate. If League of Legends was still the same game that it is, the same game that it was in season 1 that is now, nobody would play it because there are better games on the market than what League was in season 1. They've had to adapt the game. But what the problem that I think Riot went into is that they implemented a change nobody was asking for. So if you guys, if you're Reddit viewers or you just have like a community that you speak to, everybody has their things that they're like, I wish Riot did this. The replay system, sandbox, all these things are like, yeah, I wish Riot did those. And when a company implements a change that the community want, it's accepted. When a company implements a change that nobody wants, it's hated. Good example to use is right now. So when they implemented dynamic queue, it was hated because nobody was asking for that system. Everybody was fine. I still to this day have never personally spoke to somebody who wanted dynamic queue before it came out. Nobody was talking about it because it wasn't a thing in the community. But then suddenly they get rid of dynamic queue and bring back solo and DuoQ, which the community wanted, and suddenly look how much love Riot is getting because they are doing a change that the community wanted, is get rid of dynamic queue. Another thing would be if they implemented a replay system, if they implemented sandbox mode, they'd get love for it because people want that stuff. So that's where I think Riot led into the problem. And again, I don't think dynamic queue pretty much ever has a place in this game because of how they built this game up. But if they wanted to do it, they should have done it slowly. They should have been like, okay, what do you guys think? And be really involved with the community, like crazy involved. Not little surveys that get sent out to only a few thousand people. Crazy involvement. Like every single player that logs in, that plays ranked actively, has to fill in a survey. Go crazy into what people think. That would have been a lot better. Or even tell us months before what you were doing and planning, and like bring us through the development stages and your thought process and make videos. There was nothing before the system came out. There was like one announcement. You know, that round table event that Skara and Jibei were on during like mid-season when they tried to make it work. They should have done that before the season to get everything out there, but they didn't. They just were like, here's the change, there you go, goodbye. It didn't work. The communication was not there. The change happened so quickly, and there was no choice. Which with this rank system that they're implementing in Season 7, there is a choice. You play solo DuoQ, you go play flex queue. That is what we want. And again, I wish flex queue works. Again, I've got some friends that like playing in a 3-man pre-made. I personally never thought it was a good idea to have your solo rating as a 3-man pre-made. That didn't work out for me. It just was a bad idea. But if you like that, that's flex queue for you. Now, another thing I am slightly worried about, and I might be even subject to this myself. Again, I don't like to think of myself as an elitist or anything like that, but there are going to be stereotypes and like names for each queue. I think I've even said it in this video. You have the solo/DuoQ, which is going to be the hardcore queue, and you have flex queue, which is going to be the casual queue. I hope it doesn't happen, but I think it's going to, that flex queue becomes the joke queue. Because but I don't know. Individual skill matters a lot in this game. It's why I hated dynamic queue this whole season. And solo/DuoQ, it goes like, okay, you as an individual deserve this rating, but also everybody around you deserves that rating. Where in flex queue, who knows? That's why I hated dynamic queue. When I was playing in Diamond 3 at the beginning of the season, when dynamic queue was allowed in Diamond, there was terrible play going on, and I was like, so I deserve Diamond 3 because I got here by myself. Did everybody around me get here by themselves, or didn't they? And that's what I hated the most about it as well. Now, the problem that and the final point basically to make is I'm still a little bit worried about Season 7 in the fact that the damage has already been done. In the fact that people that abused Dynamic Q to get higher rating are now higher rating. So when the new season comes through, when placements happen, they're still going to end up in high rating because their account got there this season. So what I am asking for, and I would pray in a weird way, that Riot would do, and they've never done it before, is a complete wipe of MMR. Some people are going to go, no, don't do that. Please do it. Please do it. Make everybody's account start from 0. Like, right at the beginning, you've never played ranked before in Season 7 in both queues. So I'm on my main account right now, I'm Diamond 2/Diamond 3. Make that not count for next season. Make it not count for anybody, and make everybody have to climb the whole way back up again from the beginning of the season. Why am I asking for this change? Again, it's because people abuse Dynamic Q in this season to get higher rated than they deserve, where this will clean the slate and you'll get whatever you deserve. And I think that is probably what they should do. It'll be completely fair. I don't think they're going to do it, but I really hope that they do. Because yeah, I'd love to start from scratch again and climb to Diamond, do a YouTube series on my main account, really try hard in it. That would be fun. But then it's more than that. Then if I end up in Diamond next season, then I know everybody around me deserves Diamond too. That's important to me. But anyway, that's going to be today's extra video. I just thought I'd quickly explain, you know, the new rank system is coming back, or the old rank system is coming back, which is the good rank system. And just to end the video, well done. Like, give yourselves a clap on the back if you wanted Dynamic Q to go. It didn't go by itself. It went because the community hated it. It went because it just didn't work for us, and we voiced our opinions. And we voiced our opinions in not a ragey way. Rage never solves things, but in a nice discussion like we're having right now in the comment section. I hope there's a nice discussion going off. That's what got Dynamic Q to go away, is Riot realizing it didn't work and a good discussion around it. So yeah, thank you very much. Everybody, like, even if you like never commented on one of these videos, you never voiced your opinion on Reddit, even if you watched this video and liked it, you are helping towards the cause. Because I've known a couple of people in Riot saying my ranked Dynamic Q rants were actually watched, and they actually thanked me that I did ask for no rage in the comments. So I know some Rioters watch this stuff. I don't personally think I made a huge impact in getting rid of it. I think as a collective, we all did it. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody. I'm looking forward to Season 7 even more now. Like, I am pumped for Season 7. So if you like this change and you like that SoloQ and DuoQ is back, throw a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.